Okay, hello and welcome to today's webinar, Streamline Your Business Payments Process with Bill.com. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join us. My name is Kimberly Fellman. I'm a marketing coordinator at JMT Consulting, and I'll be your moderator today. I'm excited to be hosting this webinar along with Mitchell Yee and Carol Amos from Bill.com. Before I hand it over to them, I'm going to quickly cover some housekeeping items. First, yes, we are recording this webinar and we will email you a copy of the recording and the slide deck within 24 hours. Second, if you have any questions, please drop them into the Q&A tab at the bottom of your control panel. Carol will be monitoring the Q&A function and will answer your questions as they come in. We will also run a live Q&A with Mitchell at the end of the webinar as well, so plenty of opportunities to get your questions answered. Lastly, we are going to run a few polls during the webinar, and when you see one pop up on your screen, we would love for you to participate. So now I'm going to hand it over to Mitchell to get us started.
Thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for joining. As you see here, this is about Bill.com, and we're going to be talking about the Bill.com Intelligent Business Payments Platform. My name is Mitchell Yee, and I'm the Senior Manager of Channel Partnerships, and I'd like to welcome you again to the presentation. First, I'm going to start with a little bit about Bill.com so you get an understanding of background of who we are as a company. Bill.com is a leader in AP automation. Our CEO, Renee Lessert, is a serial entrepreneur whose parents and grandparents were entrepreneurs. He saw firsthand how simplifying and automating payments could help businesses adapt to changing business conditions. Our powerful AP automation solution for the mid-market is based on the principle of simplicity and ease of use. With over 70% of the top 100 accounting firms utilizing Bill.com for their clients, we're a leading U.S. financial institutes also utilize our platform for their business clients. We move over $70 billion annually, and millions are paying or getting paid electronically. We are a preferred provider payment solution for CPA.com, the technology arm of the American Institute of CPAs. And so we're trusted throughout CPA.com and a preferred partner. We're also the Sage Intacct Marketplace Partner of the Year for 2019, which gives us great ability to have a great two-way communication sync with Sage Intacct. We partner with a few of the leading U.S. financial institutes within here, and so that gives us the ability to have our compliances for money transmitting license in all 50 states. I'm going to add in a question here for you, and I'm hoping everyone can answer. The poll question here is, what accounting software or packages do you use? Sage Intacct, MIP, QuickBooks, or other? I'll pause here for a second for you to be able to answer that.
It looks like so far we've got 7 votes in with 5 at Sage Intacct, 1 MIP, and 3 other.
All right.
We can let maybe 10 more seconds or so to people to get their votes in.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to end the poll and share results so you'll be able to see the results.
All right, great. So quite a mix here. And we'll talk about some of the syncs as well, but primarily focus on the Sage Intacct sync. Today's AP process is very inefficient, as many of you probably understand and see today. Why are so many businesses spending so much time doing manual entry, manual tracking, manual payments, manual reconciliation? Everything is very paper-based. And over $500 billion a year are spent just to get bills paid through businesses. Mm-hmm. This amount of bills they're paying is time-consuming, costly, error-prone, and is very risk prone as well. According to Goldman Sachs report, 70% of businesses payments still occur with paper checks. And a third of that $500 billion of inefficiency is due to manual tasks and processing fees. So let's break down that the current process is so paper intensive. You get bills in the mail, you get bills by email, you got to organize them. You got to print them out, maybe deliver them by desk, or maybe you got to deliver them to an approver by email. Papers kind of pile up, or they get all over where emails just get lost in the shuffle. Someone reads it, doesn't have time to approve it, they forget to mark it as unread, it sits in their inbox for days and days. You pass things on for approval. It's a messy approval process, multiple approvers, maybe approval based on dollar amounts. You got to get multiple approvers on there. And then once they're approved, you got to pay them. And that typically results in printing of checks, providing all the checks with the image of the bills so the check signer can see them, or maybe even do data entry into an online bank payment solution. So you're doing double entry, having to re-enter dollar amounts, when to pay, a memo field into the bank just to pay by ACH or wire. And then the reconciliation, whether it's at the end of the month or every other week, you have to look at a bank statement and you got to go into your accounting software and you got to make sure that your journal entry cash account is up to date and make sure that you mark that checks have been deposited. And this can lead to, human error prone. This can also lead to outstanding checks that you're not sure where they are. And this also gives you, forces you to budget for your next month and how much you can spend in your bill payments if you still have outstanding checks that haven't cleared. All of this is manually tracked in today's process and can all be simplified by Bill.com. With Bill.com, we're able to have a single repository of capturing bills. So we're able to capture bills directly from vendors. You're able to upload them right from there. If you get mail, you can even take a snapshot on your phone and have it uploaded into Bill.com. And it's a single repository for capturing all images of bills. Within seconds, IVA, our intelligent virtual assistant, will actually code and read the bills for you. So it captures it within seconds, reads and codes the bills for you. It can even match to purchase orders. Once that is done, it also aligns your approvers on there. So you can quickly review and make sure it gets to the right approvers. Those approvers are notified, electronic follow-ups as well. And it gives access for everyone to be able to track which approver has which bills for how long they've had them for. It's all automated and they can do it from anywhere. Approvers can do it from their phone. Bill creation accounts can create bills from their phone. All of it can be done there. And then paying is very simple. So once bills are approved, the person who normally signs the check or maybe logs into a bank account and makes payments has the ability to pay all from one single point of interest of repository. So in one section, they can make sure that they're paying their bills by check, by ACH, international wire, maybe virtual card, all through Bill.com. They don't have to re-enter any information. They don't have to go into their bank and do a wire transfer. It can all be done within Bill.com in one area. This makes it simple and easy to track and monitor. They can see all notes as well within the system. So if they need to look at a bill and see which approvers approved it, it's all right there in the system before they pay. And the best part about this is it all syncs with your accounting software. So for Sage Intacct, it has a bidirectional sync, which allows us to post those payments, close out those open payables, and post to your journal entry cash account, eliminating that manual reconciliation process. Bill.com is committed to your success. So it's an all-in-one AP automation, document management, artificial intelligence for data entry, approval workflows, controls, payments, a mobile app, all in a single cloud system. We're trusted earned as a public company, and so we're listed on the New York Stock Exchange as Bill. Proven accounting system syncs and integrations, thousands of customers saving time on AP today. We can have you go live in days, so implementation and training in 1 week or less. And this is something that's pretty critical for individuals, as it doesn't take much time to get Bill.com up and running. It doesn't take a lot of resources. It's very simplistic. We walk you through it step by step, and we'll have you all trained in everything, your entire staff trained within a week. Our support is all US-based. It's world-class support. We've won multiple awards for our support, multiple channels, and you can even add premium support for enhanced service as well. For some of the reasons why you would like to automate, especially with Bill.com, is you get insight. You get to have, keep an eye on cash and decide which bills should be paid from anywhere. Simplicity, single invoice repository. IVA, our inbox virtual assistant, captures and enters key invoice data for bill processing. Automation, automatic reminders for non-accounting approvers, for bill payers, for anyone who has access to the system, automatic reminders, automatic tracking as well to keep everything up to date. You see every bill approval status in one place. Remittance info, all of it will be there. Payments is all in one place. We can do international wires, ACH, virtual card, check payments, all in one place. And all of that reconciles back. So checks sent from Bill.com means no checks to print, checks reconcile, ACHs reconcile, wire transfers all reconcile back to the accounting software. It gives for easier audits. Read-only auditor access. It only takes a few minutes to show them the 2 or 3 places that they'll have to go to view the image of the bill, who approved the bill, who created the bill, who paid the bill, how it was paid, all of it in one spot. So audits, what usually takes a few weeks, months, can now, be easily done within a week. You don't have to get papers out of different filing cabinets or have them log into a different storage repository. It's all done right within Bill.com and makes it really easy. And Bill.com is designed with privacy and security in mind, especially, in the work from home that we had to do for the past few months, and as people start to transition, to a more futuristic approach in their office and allowing people to work from home, security is a big part of that. So with that in mind, in working with top financial institutes and providing our solution to their online banking customers, we safeguard client data. We prevent thefts by eliminating you having to print and mail out checks that has your bank information on it. We prevent fraud. We provide positive pay on all checks and payments to ensure that the checks are not altered or stolen within the mail or tried to be deposited by someone else. And you can be secure on the go. So not only accessing data from a mobile device with support or Touch ID and passcode authentication, and of course, Face ID as well. All of that is, Bill.com is designed with that security in mind. So working with security, bank level security, it's like accessing your online bank account. Some of the platform benefits are going to be gain visibility and insight. So being able to add value to your organization. Everyone is learning that agility and adaptability are a new normal now. The world is not the same, as it was just 2 months, 3 or 4 months ago, and the landscape's ever changing. So you got to be prepared for not only ever changing landscape, but also for the future. Bill.com frees up teams during the uncertain times and allows them to adopt and focus on more strategic tasks that are critical to the survival and growth of the business. So this helps out with, freeing up time for those to do manual work to do more strategic tasks. It's a big, benefit for a company to not have to, have someone do data entry all day long, or bank reconciliations, or print and mail out checks. And so what we're going to do is kind of show you a little bit about Bill.com as the user interface and how simple it is, and streamlined it is as well. Within here, Bill.com, you're going to have your main overview page, and this is going to give you a 100-foot view. This 100-foot view allows you to see AP and AR all in one page, and easily accessible to dive down into deeper, detailed reports. but it gives you the quick ability to understand what bills might need to be paid, what bills are past due, what bills are coming up, and what bills are in approval, who they're being approved by, how long they've had them for approval. So you can actually reach into the system, notify them again, and understand why it's taking so long for approval. So everything is right here at the beginning. And it all starts right here. All this information is populated from within what is called IVA, our intelligent virtual assistant. And so IVA gives you the ability to have an artificial intelligence capture data for you. So it reads an image of the bill, captures invoice number, bill date, due date, net terms, total amount, helps with the process of learning the GL account and any dimensions that you have on there. So it allows for that optimization. It also allows for matching with purchase orders. So we have a great two-way match. The two-way match allows us to pull information from Sage Intacct of a purchase order and line it up with the bill image within Bill.com, allowing you to make sure that it links the multiple POs to line items, allows the line items to flow in, allows you to make sure that the quantity is there, the dollar amount's correct, all allowing for a single place of easy access for a two-way match. All of that happens within the inbox. And the inbox is that single repository that vendors can email bills in, you can upload them, you can drag and drop them, all within here. And within seconds, IVA will check to see if there's a duplicate invoice for that vendor. It will start to code the information in here. It will allow, for you to understand if it was able to read the bill and code it. All of that will happen within seconds. And as you go through and click on those bills, it will show you. There's the information that we were able to pull off the invoice. Here's where we placed it. You'll be able to see your last 5 bills for this vendor. You'll be able to see if it was a duplicate, if there's any information missing. You'll be able to see all that information. You'll be able to even see your approvers on this bill as well, as it starts to understand your approvers and understand how it gets there. You can set up approvals as well on here by dollar amount. So if, for example, if a bill is equal to or greater than $1,000, you want the CFO to approve the bill as well as the standard department manager. Those are things you can implement in Bill.com to catch that. So if a bill comes in, and normally it's not over that amount, but this time it is, it'll warn you and make sure that you have your CFO on there. And once the bill's created, it just flows right over to the approvers and makes it really easy for them to approve. So approvers will see the image of the bill, they'll see all the coding and detailing, all your dimensions in here, and they'll have the ability to do this, from anywhere. What's great about this is you can message individuals within the company. And so over 8,000 collaborative messages happen a day. You can approve from anywhere on the go. Approvers can see the invoice number, the vendor, the bill date, the due date, the amount, images, all the GL accounts, all in one screenshot. No more emails being lost, no more papers piling up on the desk. So bills will get approved faster and more efficiently and have all the proper messaging or notes on here to make sure that they were approved or services were rendered or items were received.
Mitchell, sorry to interrupt. I don't know if you can see these chats. Some people have commented that it's hard to see the Bill.com screens.
Okay. It's not coming through very clear.
She said it's hard to see the Bill.com screens with the split screen, but your PowerPoint slides are fine. I personally see it fine. I don't know if Carol, can you see okay?
Well, I'm now seeing the 3 of us panelists on the side plus the PowerPoint. And if you're on a smaller monitor, it's going to look hard. Not show my screen. Let's see. Can you hide the panelists, Kim? on the view?
I can try that. Rosemary, you might also want to try hitting maybe speaker view, because I believe that will hide Carol as well.
Mm-hmm.
I do apologize about that. And
Okay.
as Kim said, we are as well recording this, and so hopefully you'll be able to view that as well. If there is, as well, if you have an interest in seeing this be more customized to your workflow in your company, and how you would like to see your back office, AP streamlined, we're happy as well to provide a personal demo too as well. So we can definitely do that. I'll also provide Kim with a video as well that she can send out in the follow-up email as well. That's kind of a 4-minute high-level overview of Bill.com as well. So we can definitely provide that. And I do apologize about the screen being a little hard to read. From the Bill.com mobile application, it is an award-winning mobile application. You do have the ability to see, all the bills that are here for approval. You have the ability to see the coding and detailing, the image, leave messages, ask questions before you approve it. All of that can be done here within our mobile application. You can even create bills and pay bills all within our mobile application as well. Once bills are approved, they will go to the pay screen, where this is a single area for an individual to be able to pay by check, by ACH, wire transfer, virtual card. And as you can see here, it'll have all that information. It'll also show notes, if there's any notes that were left by approvers that you can hover over and see in real time. You can click on the invoice itself and see the actual image, all the details, all the messages left back and forth. So we'll provide all that information. And even before you go to pay any of these bills or select which ones you want to pay, you'll know how that vendor is getting paid, the approximate arrival time of that payment as well, and you control how it's going to be paid, when it's going to be paid as well. So you have full control here before you release payments through Bill.com of all of that in here. And you can also add additional memo fields as well in here if there's anything else you'd like to add for the vendor during that payment. With our audits, you have the ability to see, who created the bill, who approved the bill, who denied the bill, any changes to it, all the way up and through the process of when the vendor deposited the check or the ACH payment was deposited, the exact date and time. You'll have a front and back image of a check as well once that check has been deposited, lining up with the image of the bill. So it really makes it easy not only to have someone on your team be able to review and go back and make sure that everything was correct, but it also makes it really easy, as I mentioned, for auditors to go in here and make it very simplistic. So those are some of the key features that we have within Bill.com: our artificial intelligence, approval from anywhere, and payments all from one area. Just in some of the clients that we have utilizing Bill.com, there are thousands and thousands of clients utilizing Bill.com today. And this screen kind of shows just all different types, from hospitality to not-for-profits, from small mom and pops to larger, more corporate-sized companies utilizing Bill.com. So really any size company can be utilizing Bill.com today, and we can get you up and running really quickly. Here's a little quote that we took from Atlanta Humane Society. Atlanta Humane Society has been using Bill.com with Sage Intact for a little time now. And what they really are here is they've been able to refocus their resources on managing growth. Thanks to the Streamline process, our human talent is working on creative and impactful projects rather than managerial processes. Bill.com has made a difference to Atlanta Humane Society. So it's really freed up time and allowed them to place individuals in more strategic tasks. And I have one more poll question here before we open it up for Q&A. So the poll question here is, are you interested in learning more about Bill.com? Can make a difference for your, are you interested in learning more about Bill.com and how Bill.com can make your AP more efficient? I'll pause here for a second.
Looks like about 52% of the attendees have voted so far.
All right.
Could let it go another 10 seconds or so. See if there's any more last minute votes. All right, I am going to end the poll and we can share the results with you, Mitchell.
All right. So we'll make sure to reach out to those who are interested in learning more. And as Kim said, everyone will receive a video of this as well as the deck slide, and I'll even provide her with another video as well that'll give a quick overview of Bill.com. And then I'm going to open up for, we have a few minutes left here. Just want to open it up for any questions to see if anyone has some questions I'd be happy to answer.
All right, thank you, Mitchell. If anyone else has any questions, there is a Q&A tab at the bottom of your control panel. And we do have a few questions to get us started, Mitchell. Let's see. Is there a base fee plus fee per transaction to make payments through Bill.com?
Yes, so there is, based on an organization size, there is typically a user fee, and based on that individual's level of access to Bill.com, the fee can vary. So there's a user access, and then there is a transaction, a payment fee as well. So it's unlimited document storage, no fee for the data entry, just users and payments.
Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see where that went. Okay. If a check is not cashed or the address was entered incorrectly by mistake, does Bill.com follow up, or do we need to check on any outstanding uncashed checks?
Yes, so we do have a couple methods. One, automatically within 20 days, you will be notified if a vendor has not deposited a check. So you will be notified within 20 days. That way you can take some action and see if they've received it. Maybe they're just waiting to deposit. Maybe they moved and didn't receive it. You can take the action to void or have the funds remitted back. And then the second action is after 90 days, all checks expire. So after 90 days, they expire. We automatically notify you. We automatically start to remit the funds back to your account so you can understand what happened with that vendor. So we do provide that. Our system also does match things to a U.S. Postal Service as well. So we do have the ability, if you entered it address incorrect and it does not exist in the Postal Service, you'll understand that as well. So we do provide that information.
Thank you. And then do you have a list of financial systems and travel and expense systems that Bill.com has with a native integration that we can share with everyone?
Sure, absolutely. So I'll name some now. As far as accounting software, we work with QuickBooks Online, QuickBooks Desktop, whether it's Pro, Premier, Enterprise. We work with Xero, Sage Intacct as well. Those are all native integrations. As far as expense travel systems, we work with Expensify and Tally as native integrations as well. And depending on what financial software you're using in our sync, you might be able to use other ones as well, and they can flow into the financial software and then into Bill.com to our bidirectional sync.
Great, thank you. Can you talk a little bit about the integration between Bill.com and MIP fund accounting?
Yeah, so with MIP, currently it's a flat file CSV import-export, but I do know as well that JMT has some close connections with MIP and some other individuals that potentially could build an integration. for you as well. We do have an open API that can help with that. But currently right now, if you wanted something right away, it would be a flat file CSV import-export, and our CSV import-export is very customizable.
Great, thank you. And you mentioned there's an integration with QuickBooks. Is that all the QuickBooks versions or just certain ones?
Pretty much all of them. I know within what they call online or desktop, there are different versions, but QuickBooks Online, yes, we do integrate with, and QuickBooks desktop versions we do integrate with.
Okay. Would there be a way to bills that go through Bill.com and is paid through Bill.com to automatically make the associated PO close?
Yes, through our integrated sync, it will automatically do that.
Okay. Another integration question, does Bill.com integrate with NetSuite?
Yes, we do.
Great. What happens if the Bill.com ties an invoice to the incorrect PO?
Absolutely. So when the first, say the image comes in and maybe the invoice has the wrong purchase order number. So you'll notice that it won't pull up that purchase order if it has, the wrong one, or maybe that purchase order number is associated with a different purchase order. It allows you to see that before passing on to any approval, so you can adjust that and either change that purchase order number in Bill.com to the correct one, or maybe you can go to the vendor and ask them to resend an invoice with the correct purchase order number, but it doesn't automatically say this is it, and it automatically 100% sticks it to it. You can make those changes as needed if that invoice number has the wrong purchase order number.
Okay, thank you. What if there is remaining amount on the PO? Will Bill.com close the PO?
Not the entirety of the purchase order, only the individual. It'll show that it was partially filled and allow you, if there's going to be another invoice to attach to it, maybe later on, maybe some of the items were on back order, you can attach multiple invoices to that purchase order, to that specific purchase order. So it won't close it up all the way.
Great, thank you. Let's see. And just to clarify, the integration with Intact is real time for all transactions, including wire payments?
So the integration, it is set to automatically sync once every 24 hours, or you can hit a sync now process that will cause it to sync right then and there. It's just a simple button and it will do everything in the back end right away. But typically it's set to just sync once every 24 hours. So if you pay bills today, and it already synced first thing this morning, you can either choose to hit sync or you can wait till it syncs first thing tomorrow morning. But it will sync on its own automatically.
Great, thank you. Is there a contract period or can the service be canceled at any time?
Typically, it's on an annual contract, but we can discuss specific cases, and we do take every company's situation case by case. So we are open to month to month as well.
Great, thank you, Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like the last question I have right now. If you want to give it a minute and see if any questions come through, we can do that.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I am not seeing any more questions coming through. So we can wrap this up now if you're ready, or if you have any final thoughts you'd like to share with the audience.
I just want to say thank you to everyone. Hopefully, everyone's staying safe out there and making sure they're taking care of themselves, and enjoy your days and weekends. And hopefully we'll be able to connect, with you shortly if you had an interest with, learning more about Bill.com.
Great. Thank you. And thank you all for joining JMT Consulting and Bill.com for this webinar today. We'd love for you to join us at future events and webinars, which you can find listed on our website, jmtconsulting.com. So this will conclude our webinar, and I hope you all have a great day.